Hi guys, so in today's tutorial I'll be teaching you this trendy palazzo trouser as seen here using just 2 yards of Ankara fabric. The back is lapping very well and it comes with elastic waist and a jogger's rope. If this is something you're interested to learn, just sit and watch. Welcome back to my channel. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is to measure my 2 yards of Ankara fabric, and on the screen is my personal measurement, waist 34 and my hip being 42 and a half, and then the length of this trouser will be 44 inches. So this is the 2 yards of Ankara that we'll be working with. The first thing we're going to do is to fold our front pattern, and we're folding by 15, so fold 15 inches. Okay, I'm going ahead to mark out my border line. Now I mark out my border line so that I will start from my border line to start measuring. Now from here, this is 15 inches on fold, right? So I'll mark 2 inches. Now for the crotch, I'll be using 11. And on the screen, I will tell you why I'm using 11. So for size UK 10 to 14, the perfect crotch for it is 11. All right, so I'll curve my crotch and I will cut out. Now I'm done cutting out my crotch, which is 11. I will cut off the border line. Now I'm going to cut all the way straight, and then at this point I'm also going to cut it straight. You don't need to curve, you don't need to shape. The second thing I'm going to do is to fold 18. For this 18 inches will be for our back. So I'll fold 18 inches, carry the front panel and place on it. On the back panel, the first thing I'm also going to do now is to mark out the border line. This border line helps you so that you know where you start. From the line that I have marked initially, I'm going to mark 1 inch, which is what I just did. Outline my 1 inch and then place the front from starting from that 1 inch. Okay, I hope you understand this point. Very simple. Now I'm going to extend the lines. This line allows your bum bum to sit very well without dragging your palazzo. Now I've extended the 1 inch. Now the next thing I'm going to do is from my front panel, I'm going to measure 9 inches, which indicates my hip. On the crotch area, I'll mark 3 inches for the back. So the crotch for the back will be 3 inches. And I'm going to cut all the way straight. No curving, no shaping, just straight. On this hip line, I'm going to mark 2.5. And here I'm going to mark 1.5. I'll connect the lines. So this is how you get your back curve. Just connect the lines and I'm going to cut out the line and cut all the way straight. There is no shaping. So for the back, you trim off this, and then the length you also trim it off to make it equal. Okay, by the side you also cut all the way straight. There's no shaping. Here I'm also going to be folding this my crotch to the front. This helps me to test the accuracy of my crotch to make sure that they are matching. You could see here I have to trim off that little excess in the front panel because it's not matching very well. So on this front panel I'm going to mark 1 inch. By the side here I'll mark 1.5 for my pocket. From this 1.5 I'm going to curve. This curving is what removes that bulginess that you see in most trousers when you wear it, that bulginess that comes in front. So I'm going to mark my pocket, which is 1.5 by 6.5 as a length. That's for my pocket measurement. I'll go ahead to notch the side so that it allows me to join perfectly when I'm joining. So this is how you cut your palazzo using 2 yards. And here I'm going to show you the remnants. So these are what's remaining. So for here I'm going to use this particular strand to work my band. For my band I'll be adding 1 inch elastic. Okay, so what it means is I'm going to fold Now if I want to fold out, first of all mark 3 inches. When I fold it, it becomes 1.5. Remember, I'm going to be working with 1 inch elastic. To have a comprehensive idea on what I'm doing, you can watch my previous videos where I showed how to do your elastic band, how to create your elastic, and your joggers elastic band. So here I've actually marked out my band, and then this remnant is the what I'll be using to lay the pockets. Okay, and that's how you cut your palazzo. If you have any question, just let me know in the comment section and I'll be more than glad to answer you. Bye.